She translated one sentence and saved the company. David Wellington, the CEO of Wellington Industries, paced nervously across his glass office on the 45th floor. In 15 minutes, a Chinese business delegation would arrive to sign a $200 million contract, and the company's translator had just canceled. Rebecca, his assistant, spoke into the phone in panic. "Mr. Wellington, I've called everyone in the city. No translator is available on such short notice." David loosened his tie, sweat forming on his forehead. 20 years of hard work were about to collapse because of one language problem. The Chinese were strict about communication. A single mistake could ruin everything. Then, from the corner of the room, a quiet voice spoke. "Excuse me, Mr. Wellington, I speak Mandarin." Everyone turned. It was Jasmine Parker, a 28-year-old cleaner. She stood there in her navy blue uniform, holding a cleaning cloth. Rebecca laughed nervously. "Jasmine, this isn't the time for jokes." David stared at her. "You speak Mandarin?" Jasmine nodded. "Mandarin, Cantonese, and some Taiwanese. I studied Oriental linguistics at Howard University before I had to drop out." Rebecca rolled her eyes. "You can't be serious. A cleaning lady representing the company in front of billionaires?" David hesitated, then said, "Prove it." Jasmine took a deep breath and spoke in perfect Mandarin. Her tone was calm and confident. Even without understanding the words, David knew she was fluent. When she translated, "I said it's an honor to meet you and I hope our cooperation brings success." Rebecca's smile faded. David looked at Jasmine. "You have 20 minutes to prepare. You'll handle the meeting." Rebecca whispered furiously, "You're destroying your career." But David didn't listen. When Jasmine entered the conference room 20 minutes later, silence fell. She wore a simple black outfit borrowed from the receptionist, and her hair was neatly tied back. The Chinese executives looked surprised but pleased when she greeted them in flawless Mandarin. For the next hour, Jasmine translated every word with grace and precision. She didn't just translate language, she translated culture. She made everyone feel respected. But then Rebecca tried to humiliate her. "It's so inspiring," Rebecca said with fake sweetness, seeing someone move from cleaning floors to boardroom tables. The room went quiet. Jasmine smiled gently. "Life teaches us that opportunities can come in unexpected ways." The meeting continued, but the atmosphere changed. Jasmine knew she had to stay calm. What no one realized was that for 3 years while cleaning these offices, she had listened, learned, and quietly gathered knowledge and secrets. That night, she received a message on her phone in Chinese. "Miss Parker, we'd like to meet privately tomorrow. Mr. Chun." The next day, Jasmine met Mr. Chun and his associate Lisa Wong at a cafe. They told her they admired her intelligence and composure. "We want to offer you a job," Lisa said, "and we also need help investigating some irregularities in Wellington Industries contracts." Jasmine smiled. "I think I can help with that." For 2 years, she had quietly built a file filled with evidence of fraud, discrimination, and manipulation inside the company, most of it linked to Rebecca. The next morning, the boardroom was tense. Rebecca spoke confidently, trying to blame Jasmine for the failed meeting. But then the door opened. Jasmine entered wearing a gray suit and carrying a laptop. "I'm here because the Chinese delegation requested me," she said calmly. She connected her computer to the screen and displayed emails, voice recordings, and documents proving that Rebecca had leaked company secrets, lied in reports, and discriminated against employees. Rebecca's face turned pale. "This is fake," she shouted. Jasmine pressed play. Rebecca's voice filled the room. "We can't allow people like her in executive meetings. It's bad for the company's image." The silence was absolute. David turned to Rebecca. "You're fired. Security will escort you out. And this evidence is going to the authorities." Rebecca tried to speak, but words failed her. Jasmine stayed calm. "You were right about one thing," she said quietly. "I am what I've always been, someone who watches, learns, and acts at the right moment." 6 months later, Jasmine Parker was no longer a cleaner. She was Director of International Relations. She had brought in over $400 million in new contracts and appeared on the cover of Business Week as the translator who changed everything. Rebecca, now unemployed and disgraced, saw Jasmine's photo on TV and finally understood the price of arrogance. Meanwhile, Jasmine created a scholarship program to help students who had dropped out of college like she once did. When asked in an interview if she forgave Rebecca, Jasmine smiled and said, "She gave me the greatest lesson of my life. She showed me who I never want to become." Because in the end, Jasmine proved one timeless truth. Real power doesn't come from status. It comes from knowledge, patience, and dignity.